So I just got back from Universal. I kind of wanted to show off all my souvenirs in one video before I leave. Not leave, but before I relax for the evening, get ready to go back to work tomorrow. I'm not gonna talk too much about the trip or the experiences. If you want to see that, I did a little vlog of me going through Springfield Land. But I do, and also I'll do my live vlog, kind of breaking down all the stuff that we did and didn't do. Uh, you know, and I say we because I went with my family. I got a Lard Lad donut. This is actually a real donut. These are massive donuts. I have not finished eating it, as you can tell, but I'm slowly eating it because these things are massive. So that's what I had for breakfast this morning. Was that? My grandpa actually bought me these. He got me these bird bottoms beans from Harry Potter. Um, and this is the one thing that I looked around all day, or the 2 days we were there, and I kept debating it. Do I get one? Do I get one? Because actually, let me go get one more thing. Anyways, now I got all the souvenirs where I can grab them easily for this video. This chocolate frog from Harry Potter. I kept debating on if I got this because these are $15 and it's just one chocolate frog. I think there is a trading card inside, like in the movies, but I haven't opened it to tell yet. I think I'm saving these. I don't know when I'm gonna eat them, but I'm saving those, so we'll see. Um, One thing I love to do when I go on vacations, it doesn't always work out this way, because I've been to like museums, and I'm a museum junkie. Okay, your girl's a museum junkie. Um, and like they just don't have pins. But this is the perfect pin to go on my pin board. We are gonna try to go back in the fall, I think, and if we do, I'll get another pin that's less like just plain Universal. But I at least wanted this one to be like, yeah, that's my first visit to Universal was that pin because I thought that was such a cool thing to have as my first pin to remember the experience. I also got this my first visit to Universal badge that they gave us, so that's pretty cool. I don't really like these. I wish it was an actual pin like that because these aren't easy to put on a pin board, but at least in my experience. So, but they're cool. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah, so I got the Harry Potter candy, pretty sweet stuff. Um, and then the main thing I wanted to see when we were there was Springfield Land. And I knew while I was there, I had to get a shirt and a plushie. Um, but one of the cool things I did get there was this Slideshow Bob hat. Because there was this guy who's running a little booth selling Lard Lad donuts, but he also had a little, like, you hit the hammer, thing goes up sort of thing. I forget what you call those, but you got one of these guaranteed winner, and you walk around the park, which is pretty cool because if you know the Simpsons ride, it's Sideshow Bob is a villain, so that's pretty sweet. Um, and you got so I got that, and then the shirt I decided to get was best vacation ever, um, Universal Studios, because I think that there's a high chance that Disney's gonna take back Simpsons, put it in their own parks. They own it when Universal's contract ends with them for that, and so I think that is gonna happen, and I do want a shirt to at least commemorate the thing. I wish they had a pin like more dedicated to the ride, but I think I'm gonna get a pin next time for that on my pin board. I didn't really like the pins that they had. The other two things, let me grab them here. I got at Simpsons Land before we get into the last thing. Is I did get a Flaming Moe and a Duff. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is a true story. I don't drink at all. I turned 23 in May. I've never had an ounce of beer ever. I made sure my first beer ever was a Duff, and I made sure to get it in a souvenir cup. I hated it, by the way. It gave me a headache all day, but it was cool. And the Flaming Moe, of course, comes in a souvenir cup as well. I'm at to figure out where I'm going to put those. The one cool thing about the Flaming Moe, if you don't know what the Flaming Moe is, it's from an old episode of The Simpsons where uh, basically Homer runs out of beer. So he takes cough syrup, pills, and then he puts it in a blender and lights it with the lighter, and it smokes out of the cup. Now, obviously, it's not made the same way. This is actually a non-alcoholic beverage. Basically, it's like frozen ice here, ice, like orange ice, that like makes the, the smoke at the top effect, while this part is the like just orange soda kind of feel. So it's a cool like thing, it's a cool thing, because if you know The Simpsons, you get that, but if you don't, that's a really cool and if you do, it's a really cool like thing to get either way. But it's a really fun deep cut if you're an old school Simpsons fan, because that's an old episode now. It's like probably an over 30-year-old episode. Love that episode, by the way. One of my favorite episodes. Very memorable episode. I haven't seen that episode in a while, but very funny. But yeah, now we'll show you the last Simpsons one I got. I don't really know if this is King or Kodos. It doesn't really matter. I got him because I thought about getting the family, but like, I don't know. There's so many plushies of the family in the world that exist that I figured, you know what? One of these is a little bit more rare. It's not super rare. I'm not saying that, but it's more rare than you would think. And then and the other plushie, I guess we'll do all the plushie and I'll show you the really cool thing I got at the end. I got the King Kong plushie. Now I was upset about, okay. Basically, I went in this one shop the first day I was there. I forget what shop it was. But the sign said $25. I went to go ring him up, and the guy goes 32. And I said, oh, well, the sign over there says 25. So he adjusted, of course, which is fine. Next day, a different shop opened up. I went in there, and he was $15. Fuck! So I couldn't, get my money back. But the day before that, by the way, so that sucked. And, but I did get a second one of these for my grandpa. I'm going to give it to him for Christmas. I think these are, it said last chance to get. I'm thinking that's why it was on sale. But basically, if you don't know why this is a cool thing, is Universal did the Peter Jackson King Kong movie. And so part of the Universal tour is you actually get to be part of like a 3-day experience where it looks like King Kong and the dinosaurs attacking the tour bus, right? And so that's it's King Kong holding the tour bus. That's pretty fucking cool, right? So I get that. I thought that was so cool to have. Because it's a commemorative like experience with the plushie. Other plushie here, I just got because I love Kung Fu Panda. I got Poe eating the dumplings, with his little hat on. Thought about getting the baby Poe, but I don't know. I just like this one the best. I was very disappointed. I love Kung Fu Panda, and in fact, I'm thinking about rewatching that just because right after I'm done with this video, because I just love the movie and that scene getting on that ride and seeing all that. Anyways, I took a lot of pictures with characters, and the one character I didn't get a picture with was Kung Fu Panda. I know they got a walk around one at Universal, but they didn't. He wasn't there. He was not there, and I was just so upset because I just prayed and prayed he would be there. Maybe he was, and I just wasn't there at the right time, because one of the things that is there's all these different things that you're doing all over the place at Universal. So sometimes when you're going from place to place, you miss things. Like one of the things, I got a picture with Donkey from Shrek, and then no one else did because no one was there at the right time when he was there, or nobody was there when the raptor from Jurassic Park was there. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but I was really upset he was not there. But hopefully he is there next time I go. I did get a picture of King Julian and a bunch of other cool characters. But yeah, that's all the plushies I picked up. Try not to buy any more plushies, to be honest, because my plushies are now. But last cool thing I had to get. I was debating on what popcorn bucket to get, and this was the one I had to go for, and it was very reasonable too. It was $30, but this is pretty big. You see it, and it's got it's got this little handle here, but I got the Mario Kart. And then you just put the popcorn in. I did not put popcorn in it. I got it on the side. This thing is pretty sweet. This is gonna make a great display piece. That's kind of why I got it. I'm not a big Nintendo person, but like, if I had to have one cool like Mario thing displayed on my shelf, like this is pretty sweet. And if I ever decide to sell it, which I'm not saying I will, this thing will probably be worth some money, right? Because these Universal popcorn buggies get changed out. They don't make them all the time, so I thought this was pretty sweet and a good one to get. So this is the one I went for. Oh, I didn't realize it had a thing it does. What does it do? Oh, it lights up. Okay, I didn't even notice that little tab down there. Well, that's pretty sweet, but yeah, that is pretty sweet. So, yep, I am really happy with this. I love this. I don't know where I'm going to put it because it is pretty big and it takes up a lot of space. Because I'm trying to put it on a shelf right now, and it, like one of these bookshelves that I'm putting my phone on to film. It just, I don't know. I'm looking at space right now, but I'd have to move something else. It's a whole thing. But yeah, I thought that was cool. So that is everything I picked up at Universal. I had a great time. If you've never been to Universal, it's awesome. I did not go. By the way, I went to the one in California, not Florida. I'll do have more videos talking about this stuff probably next week, but I just want to show everything cool that I picked up at Universal because I'm going to put all this away and forget what some of this was, and you won't get to see it. So let me know your thoughts, like, share, and subscribe.